Hi. Christians say things like, get your life right with Yahweh and everything will work out for you. I get it. Yahweh said that. He said if you seek his kingdom first, all the good things in life will be yours. Let's see how that works out. I'm not going to talk about Job. We all know the miseries that came on Job when he trusted in Yahweh. Yahweh stabbed him in the back. Let's talk about Abel. Adam and Eve's boy, sweet little Abel. Abel did exactly what Yahweh wanted. He killed a little animal and sliced it all up and let its blood flow all over the altar and burn it so Yahweh could smell the nice aroma. I guess all Yahweh has in heaven is ambrosia, and he probably gets as tired of that as the Israelites did with the manna in the wilderness. So he at least wants a whiff of the flesh of dead animals, even if he can't eat them. Anyway, Abel gave Yahweh his due. And what happened? Did all these things get added to Abel? Not hardly. Yahweh didn't even protect Abel from his murdering brother. Oh, I know, free will and all that. Abel had to die so Cain could use his free will. Abel's free will was to live, but Cain's free will counted for more. Our free will ties Yahweh's hands. He can't act to protect people if you or I want to kill them. They can pray night and day, give many alms to the people, fall at Yahweh's feet in sackcloth and ashes all the livelong day. But if little humans want to murder them, Yahweh is helpless to protect them. You know, like he was helpless against iron chariots. So Abel was killed. But what happened to his brother? You know, the one who didn't obey Yahweh. The one who offered fruits and vegetables, which Yahweh turned his nose up at. Didn't smell the same, I guess. Well, Cain, the murderer, was allowed to go off on an adventure to the land of Nod. He got to have sex with his sister and build a city. It's kind of interesting to me that Cain went out from the presence of the Lord. I guess Yahweh didn't dwell in Nod. Who knew you could find a place where he wasn't? But there's more. Much more. Yahweh put a mark on Cain so nobody would be able to kill him. Yahweh wouldn't step in to protect the good guy, the guy who was kowtowing to his wishes, because, again, free will. Yet somehow, when it came to protecting Cain, Yahweh pulled out all the stops. Yahweh put a mark on Cain. So his children and grandchildren and Seth and his descendants would know not to kill him. Because if they did, vengeance would be taken on them sevenfold. I guess they die 7 times. Okay, maybe they and 6 of their kids die. I don't know. So the murdering Cain got off scot-free with absolutely no punishment from the so-called just God, and then was protected from being murdered himself. But the good guy, the Yahweh worshiper, was left unprotected. Where was the free will of those who wanted to murder Cain? Like he wanted to murder his brother. Their free will didn't matter. If I'm going to die 7 times for murdering someone, then no matter how much I might want to off the person, I'm not going to end his life. But hey, a sparrow doesn't fall to the ground without the notice of Yahweh. It still falls, but Yahweh sees it. Thanks, Yahweh. Thanks for watching my fall. I always love it when people see me fall down. Broke my neck, but oh well. Little help? No? Have a nice day, Yahweh. And what about Stephen? Remember Stephen, the powerful gospel preacher? He didn't last long, did he? No, he got stoned to death for just talking about Yahweh and Jesus. No protection for Stephen. Oh, I know, he's resting on the lap of Jesus. It all comes out in the wash. What makes you think that? If Yahweh promised to give you good things here on the earth, an abundant life with all the things you need and want, you just have to ask, and that doesn't work the way he claims, what makes you think it's going to come out right in the end? Why in the name of sanity would you trust a God who makes promises he doesn't keep? You might want to think seriously about which God you want to worship. And by the way, I'm up to 7 now. I mentioned in another video that, as an experiment, I'm praying to Odin to see if he answers prayers better than Yahweh ever did. I'm not an Israelite. Maybe the God of Israel doesn't care about me. So I figured I'd pick the main God of my own people. And yes, so far, 7 requests made to Odin, 7 requests granted. I may just end up feasting with the All-Father in Valhalla. Won't you come and join me? I've got a tract over here somewhere I can send you. Or hey, send me $20 and I'll pray to Odin for you. I'm kidding about the money part. But those 7 requests that I've made to Odin, they've all been answered with a yes. Coincidence? That's not what you'd say when you pray to Yahweh. And you probably don't have a 50% positive result. Praise Odin. Think about the things you read. And for sure think about them before you go spouting them off to others. If you read something and you know that it isn't true in your life and in the lives of everybody you know, then realize that it's a lie. The things that you like to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so. And anyway, Yahweh has never been about what he can do for us. It's always been about what we can do for him. Poor, sick, sad people might as well not expect any help from him. His thinking is, ask not what your God can do for you, ask what you can do for your God, who has everything and needs nothing. Jesus acted like Yahweh is a loving God who is eager to grant our requests. He said, which of you fathers, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, he won't give him a snake instead of a fish, will he? Or if he asks for an egg, he won't give him a scorpion, will he? Well, I don't know a parent who would do that. We humans tend to be good to our children. We have a sense of right and wrong and what's moral and immoral, and we love our children. Jesus was trying to say that if we humans, being evil, know how to give good gifts to our children, Yahweh does an even better job. But does he though? I do recall that in the wilderness, his people asked for better food or different food. In Numbers 11, the Israelites were weary from having nothing but manna. And it angered Yahweh that they complained to him about it. Sure, they whine just like our kids do when they ask for food and we don't have it in the house. Just like we do all the time. It's too hot, it's too cold, taxes are too high, these people are getting something I don't have, and on we whine. You know, there's no difference in whining about the heat of the sun that Yahweh supposedly gave you and the wafer he gave you. If you whine about the job he gave you, the car he gave you, the body he gave you, the pain and suffering he gave you, that's the same as complaining about the food he gave you. So it's not like the Israelites were evil. If people today had only some kind of wafer to eat, there'd be more than complaining going on. So we can't act all high and mighty and judgy like we wouldn't behave the same way the Israelites did. We do behave that way, and over far less. And what did Yahweh do for these people? Oh, sure, he sent them quail. But while it was still in their teeth, it killed them. They asked for meat, and he sent them poisoned or diseased meat. They asked for a fish, and he gave them a serpent. because that's how Yahweh behaves. Oh, and when they were enslaved in Egypt and cried out to him, he took them into the wilderness to die. They all died just like they said they would. They said to Moses, "Weren't there any graves in Egypt, so you brought us out here to die?" Well, that's exactly what he did. 2 men, Joshua and Caleb, made it from Egypt to Canaan. And that's it. Why? They weren't perfect. That's all. They weren't perfect. Jesus acted like Yahweh was sweet and kind and loving, and only he knew this, of course. Nobody knows the Father but me. I'm the only one. Nobody has seen him but me. Of course, that was a lie in itself, since others had seen Yahweh. Abraham talked to him face to face as a person speaks to his friend. Moses and company went up on the mountain and had brunch with Yahweh. And the Bible clearly says they saw God. And we can only assume that Adam and Eve saw him. I'm thinking Jesus, like a lot of Christians, never read the Old Testament. Yahweh isn't like Jesus described him. He doesn't protect. He doesn't provide. He doesn't appear to have any foresight either. If he wanted to protect Cain, surely he would have liked to have protected Abel. But he was unaware, or just didn't care, that his true worshiper was being persecuted. His true worshiper died for him, and he protected the poor boy's murderer. Yahweh doesn't even protect babies in his own house of worship. You think he's going to protect you? As I like to say, it's best to stay under Yahweh's radar. If you're too good, he'll sick Satan on you like he did Job. If you're too evil, he'll let worms consume you like he did Herod. Of course, Herod didn't really claim to be a god. The people called him a god. And before Herod could say yea or nay, Yahweh struck him dead. I guess that was to show the people that Herod wasn't a god. Sorry, Herod. I guess it's best to be mediocre. Yahweh calls that lukewarm, and he spews lukewarm people out of his mouth. And when he spews you out, here's what you do. Run, child. Run like the wind. Maybe you can find your own land of Nod like Cain did, away from the presence of Yahweh, who, according to Job, destroys the blameless along with the wicked. Thanks for watching.